Why so much concern about polls, says Prime Minister. Iran Nargis Mohammadi wins Nobel Peace Prize. Tigers begin World Cup campaign on Saturday. Those were the headlines. This is 18 News. Good evening, viewers. I'm Salim Kadir with English Bulletin. Country is moving forward. Why so much concern about polls? The polls in the country will take place on time as per Constitution. No world leaders have talked to me about caretaker government during her attendance in the United Nations General Assembly session. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina made the remark while replying to a question of the journalists at a press conference on her post-US tour on Friday. She said she herself has launched movement demanding neutral polls, so none should teach her about neutral polls. The Prime Minister said her government has ensured social security for the people. In reference to her talks with US President's security advisor, Jack Sullivan, the Prime Minister said she has reminded him of the government's commitment of holding a free, fair election in Bangladesh. Jack Sullivan has lauded Bangladesh's role in curbing terrorism, she added.
নিয়মতান্ত্রিকতার মধ্যে দেশকে এনে দেশটা যখন অর্থনৈতিকভাবে এগিয়ে যাচ্ছে তখন হঠাৎ অবাধ সুষ্ঠু নিরপেক্ষ নির্বাচন নিয়ে সবাই এত মাতামাতি কেন? সন্দেহ হয় রে, এইটাই বলতে হয়, সন্দেহ হয় রে। আসল কথা নির্বাচনটাকে বানচাল করে দেওয়া।
Admitting the complication in the birth registration server, local government minister Muhammad Tajul Islam said the ministry is trying to resolve the problem in the quickest possible time. He made the remark at an event on birth and death registration at a hotel in the capital on Friday. The minister at the time called on Registrar General to identify the problem. Addressing the same event, Mayor of Dhaka North City Corporation Atiqul Islam emphasized on enhancing the size and proficiency of the server. He said the issues where crises prevail will have to be admitted and addressed. He wanted to know the people on whom the image of the government depend, then why will there be a crisis? The DNCC mayor called for making an arrangement of birth registration in the hospitals. They're trying to hinder the polls in Bangladesh. Minister for Information and Broadcasting Dr. Hassan Mahmood made the remark in an oblique reference to BNP. He said people of the country will resist them if they are engaged in such attempt. The foreigners will not also support them. The minister made the remark at a memorial on late journalist Azad Talukdar at Chattogram Press Club on Friday morning. Imprisoned activist Nargis Mohammadi won the Nobel Peace Prize Friday for fighting the oppression of women in Iran. This prize is first and foremost a recognition of the very important work of a whole movement in Iran, with its undisputed leader Nargis Mohammadi, said Berit Rees Andersen, the chair of Norwegian Nobel Committee, who announced the prize in Oslo. The impact of the prize is not for the Nobel Committee to decide upon. We hope that it is an encouragement to continue the work in whichever form this movement finds to be fitting. Authorities arrested Mohammadi in November after she attended a memorial for a victim of violent 2019 protests. Rees Anderson said Mohammadi has been imprisoned 13 times and convicted 5 times. In total, she has been sentenced to 31 years in prison. presented by Metal Limited. ICC World Cup arranged by Jalalabad Metal Limited. Pakistan has given 287-run target to Netherlands. Batting first at Rajiv Gandhi Stadium of Hyderabad, the Pakistan had a hiccup, losing opener Fakhar Zaman for 12 runs. Captain Babar Azam tried to repair the damage, however losing 3 batters for 38 runs. The Babar Azam's team faced a batting debacle. However, Mohammad Rizwan and Saud Shakil scored 120 runs in the 4th wicket partnership. Both scored their 50s. Pakistan crossed 250 mark with a 64-run partnership of Shadab and Nawaz. Finally, the world cricketing giant managed to score a challenging total of 286 runs. Bangladesh will face Afghanistan tomorrow in the first match in the World Cup. The match will start at 11 a.m. in Dharmashala in Himachal Pradesh. Coach Hathura Singha said Tigers will enter the field eyeing victory. The failure of Asia Cup and also the last New Zealand series did not bring the expected success for Bangladesh team. Alongside Tamim issue created a turmoil inside and outside of the team. However, experienced Mahmudullah has returned to the team. Shakib, Mushfiqur, along with the youthful Reliance, Liton, Shanta, Miraj, Tanjeed, Tamim are also ready. Taskin and Mustafiz are in great form with the ball. This makes the coach Hathura Singha relaxed. Meanwhile, Afghanistan is not going very well. Although the 2-1 series win in the last tour of Bangladesh will boost up their confidence, the Afghans are lagging behind in statistics. Bangladesh won 9 out of 15, while the Afghans won 6. We now follow up with a short break, and we will be back soon with China Autumn event enthrall audience. Sikkim flash flood death toll stands at 40. Welcome back. You're watching ATN News. This is Salim Kadir with English Bulletin. It is difficult to find the presence of soothing season autumn in the mechanized urban life. The cloud that hovers over our head like that of white cotton reminds us that autumn has already set in. China organized a program in the rain-drenched morning of weekly holiday Friday to welcome autumn. The singers of the organizations enthralled through a good number of songs written by Rabindranath Tagore and Qazi Nazrul Islam. There were dance performances as well. A good number of audience enjoyed the program.
মাখবো গায়ে ফুলের রেণু
All sorts of vessel movement on Teknaf St. Martin's route have remained suspended for last 3 days due to inclement weather. 200 tourists, including teachers and students, have remained stranded in the island facing crisis of food and various other hassles. Due to cautionary signal number 3, no vessel could go to Teknaf or Cox's Bazar on Thursday. The DC of Cox's Bazar, Shaheen Imran, said they're keeping an eye on the food and accommodation facilities of the stranded tourists. They will be able to return on Saturday if the weather condition improves. A tourist ship, Baro Aulia, was granted permission to ply on Teknaf's St. Martin's route on experimental basis on September 27. The ship returned to Teknaf with the tourists from St. Martin's for the last time on October 3 before the weather got rough. Before ending the bulletin, the top stories once again. Why so much concern about polls, says Prime Minister. Iran Nargis Mohammadi wins Nobel Peace Prize. Tigers begin World Cup campaign on Saturday. China autumn even enthrall audience. Sikkim flash flood death toll stands at 40. That's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for being with us. Until then, see you soon.